Hello, welcome to my channel, Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name's Wendy Wing. I'm doing a reading for the collective, a little daily checkity check. So let's check in. This was yesterday's card. I do believe this got pulled yesterday. Snake, healing. You are a healer. Wow, okay. Today, I believe yesterday, I was talking about how the snake, I was seeing the coils going within, and with the head here, I'm seeing kind of a heart space. To me, this feels like heart healing. I'm also getting that a more protective, like it's about how you are protecting your heart at this time. Defenses. Also getting a belief that maybe you feel unlovable. Or that might be how you feel others are unlovable. A lot of fear coming up. Fear, anxiety, worry. Wow. Let's skip ahead. When I said fear, anxiety, worry, and your present energy is 10 of Swords. So a little validation. There might be that a worry of getting hurt again, worry of pain, fear of pain. And something around this worry of pain that we're going to look at. I'd like to know how to heal this. I would like to know new ways, new leading edge ways, whatever we're all ready for as a collective, how we can heal our hearts or whatever needs to be healed. That's my intentions and hopes for this reading. Let's get in. All right, let's look. In the past, you were in the energy of the sun. So this is happiness. This is the happiest card in the tarot deck. Abundant, youthful, vibrant, carefree, joyful, easygoing, felt protected. Wow. I wonder if this is, so I'll just keep going. So in the past, you were really happy. Things were going well. Your ships were coming in. Looks like you sacrificed a lot. What did you sacrifice a lot for? Oh, okay. Let's keep going. Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay. So in the past, this is a time when you were very happy, very joyful. Your ships were coming in. You sacrificed a lot to get to this point. It looks like you had this, it feels like a series. I want to say a series, but it feels like a tower happened, a sudden epiphany. God, I'm gonna have to take a minute. I'm not getting the story yet. All right. This is this story that I'm reading about what happened in the past. My guides are telling me that this is how your guides, your non-physical light beings, beings of high vibrational light, your ancestors. This is the story, how they're seeing it from their perspective. It's not to debate, what I'm getting is it's not that they're right, and it's not that how you're perceiving your story is wrong. It's not about that. It's about because they are in non-physical form, they're not seeing the minute details. They don't experience time and space like we do in the 3D. And so they're reading the light, the energy as it changes. And so in the past, I'm reading from their perspective, the story that quite possibly you're going to share once you read from a different, broader perspective. Hope that makes sense. Are you with me? Are you still with me on this journey? All right. So how non-physical light beings, higher dimensions, higher vibrations are seeing is that you were born into this world, this amazing being of light. So much promise, so much joy, so much ease, so much ability of carried in your light, in your own personal light. Your light carries joy and abundance. Oh, okay, I'm getting more. So your light also, different types of people, different people respond to your light differently. Some feel that joyful light and it exposes darker aspects of who they are. We all have these parts. So no judgment. And they don't like you. They don't like how you make them feel, because your light exposes kind of lie energy and a lack of alignment and just all sorts of a mix of things. I think you understand when I say there are some people who really gravitate towards your light, and there are others who respond in a less than positive way. I'm getting that you purposely manifested in this lifetime into a family where your light would not be appreciated. That's a kind way of saying it. So you could really enjoy the journey of finding yourself. That was part, because you come in not remembering who you are. And throughout this time and space, this expression of separating yourself from yourself, things you're conscious about yourself and things you're unconscious about yourself, so you can allow through the unfolding of time and space to experience more and more of who you are. So even I feel like your initial intention coming into this world is about joy of creating, joy of figuring out who you are, finding out who you are, exploring in and exploring this amazing landscape that you get to play in with your light. No matter how difficult things have gotten for you, there have been times in your life where I get this, there's no doubt that you have gone through a lot in your life. A lot. However, you are so supported by non-physical energies who love you, like guardian angels, type of energy, ancestors, those who have recently passed. Some of you do communicate consciously with angels. Some are more high dimensional beings. And it looks like there have been times in your life where something is an imminent situation and you get rescued, you get saved, someone swoops in, maybe an animal, some type of protection, because you have, you're important. The times when you feel like, well, there are all these other times where I really could have used help. I think there was always, I don't know how to explain this. You're still here, but there were times when things got really dicey and you were rescued. You have, like, I don't know how to explain this. You either get what I'm saying or it's not for you, I guess. Because you have this energy about you where your ships come in, no matter how difficult things are for you, because your initial energy is the sun energy, that you have a lot of non-physical support around you, that things kept going and going, and you were trying to remain unconscious, to protect yourself, to try to fit in, because even though you were born into this world as such a beautiful sunshiny energy, you've felt a bit different, like you didn't fit in with those around you. And so you have this desire to fit in, to find your crowd, to find your group, and or a person, maybe it's within a connection. And so it's like you kept sacrificing more and more of who you are to have what it is that you think you want, which is belongingness. Getting that you weren't necessarily meant to belong to and with the energies that you started your journey with. It was consciously done this way so you could be a systems buster, so you could bring a new type of light, and with light has information in it, encoded in it. And so you don't have that fitting in light. You are meant to stand out. And so finally it feels like you sacrifice so much of who you are that it's like painting yourself into a corner. You couldn't figure out how to belong and be happy. It was like, I don't know how to have this. And then a tower hit. The energy I'm getting with tower is very different than like especially my first response to tower is like, oh my gosh, okay, so brace yourself. That kind of energy whenever I read the tower. It's a lot less than when I first started reading tarot, but it's so different than the energies I'm getting from this interpretation from the higher beings here. They're celebrating the tower, because before the tower there was a lot of confusion and a lot of you being and feeling really stuck and not sure about what your role is, where you were meant to be, where you're supposed to go moving forward. And so this tower created, the first word I heard is freedom. It just really ripped apart old belief systems. So as painful as towers are, what I'm getting is that it's like a giant spiritual band-aid was ripped off. So you had to address the wounds, the unhealed wounds underneath. And again, I'm hearing celebration that this happened. So towers, at least in this case, higher vibrational beings see this as amazing. Whereas I don't know if you feel the same way I do, like, all right, celebrate, huh? So, okay. But after the tower happens, then it allows your wheel to turn, your wheel of fortune to rise, the karma. So, and this is unfolding. It feels like it's taking a long time, or it might be, you might experiencing this story in your past is taking, for some of you, it's years, for some of us, it's months, for some of us, it's weeks that we just started on the storyline. But no matter where you are and how long this has taken, the timing is right for you. So after the tower, it releases by releasing beliefs that no longer serve you, by releasing people and situations that trying to fit in, that trying to limit and yourself and fit into a space that was not meant for you, because you're huge and bright and sunshiny and you have information of light code information in your space. And so your wheel of fortune starts to rise. I don't know if you can hear the trash truck just went by. I feel like that's prime for right now, like this, just, it's like taking out the trash, taking out away the confusion from your life. You can see things, as painful as that is, it was necessary to get you to 10 of Pentacles. Ultimate stability, ultimate happiness, security, long lasting. This is legacy, generational. So that is how your higher self, your guides, light beings, there's just so many energies here, very high vibrational. This is a celebration, this path that you've been walking on, this path to being your own light, this path to shining your own light, of remembering who you are. These light beings want you to remember who you are, that you are special. If you've been waiting for someone to validate, I feel like I've got a purpose, I feel like I've got a special path, and I feel like it's about me and loving me and being more me. Maybe this is your message. So in current energy is 10 of Swords. So the worst has happened. When readers say that, I always imagine this person with 10 swords in their pack turning their head to look at the reader and saying, oh, Yay. Yay. The worst is over. We'll get you some help, buddy. That is a painful card. Betrayal. Boy, it's in your current energy. Boy, right now you might be, or somebody is really in their mental body. Sword, sword, sword. Someone feels trapped because of a betrayal, trapped like a mental trap. They feel blocked in. God, another sword. Oh, this feels like a continuation of this story but it's in current energy. I'm just going to go with it. So there's some type of betrayal that really got you in a mental trap, and or it helped you see by such an exaggerated, horrible betrayal, an overkill, 10 swords in the back. I mean, A2 Brute kind of feeling with this. And it helped you see that you were blind and in a mental trap with the people who stuck you in the back. People. But once you saw what was going on, it allowed you to have a very new way of seeing things, of thinking about things, new ideas. You wanted to learn something new, a new way of being, a new way of being. Feels like you are following your intuition with this all the way to a new opportunity. This is a blessing from the universe. Okay, I'm also getting that the 10 swords in the back that you received helped you see that you were in a mental prison with someone, with people, whoever would stab someone in the back. I feel like this helped you clear house of false beliefs, false perceptions that kept you trapped in how others spoke to you, how they communicated to you, how they perceived you. It feels like these people around you really wanted to keep you bound. I think there's a little bit of a naivete that your light has, because it is very pure and loving. It doesn't mean that you haven't done questionable, or what most of us, even you, would agree are horrible things. But I feel like as soon as you became conscious and aware of what you did, then there's a desire to move on and to do better. And that's the spirit of your energy. It's not about perfection. It's about, once you see something clearly, then you're able to move forward. And the resilience that you have is amazing. I'm getting that this is a pattern of yours to break free, and what I'm getting is this, once you saw and as you're healing from what happened, that you're like, all right, I'm going to move in a different direction. I'm going to move somewhere else, somewhere new. It'll be very different, and it's a strange path for me. But what I get is that you're moving away. You're not continuing to stay and in this energy. You're not looking for who you can stab in the back 10 times. You're wanting to elevate out of this energy, and there's this desire to change and not continue, not absorb, not to mirror, not to match that energy. I want to learn a new way of being. That's my truth. That's with the light that I carry. And that's leading you right to an Ace of Pentacles, a blessing. Ooh, I was just going to ask more about this blessing. This blessing, this opportunity, this very tangible, physical opportunity that the universe has for you walking away. It feels like the opportunity kind of is a new timeline, a new path for you, and all the opportunities on this new path that are fulfilling, that are wishes. It's like your dreams coming true. Just a warning. I feel like this is the best kind of warning. It's going to shock you how good this is. I don't think your imagination right now can hold, because this is a story of a lot of difficulties in your life, a lot of obstacles, a lot of beliefs about not fitting in, and that have been very painful, honestly, on your path. I get their interpretation. This high vibrational interpretation is what an amazing journey this is for you. As a human reading this and feeling into the energies, you might at times have viewed your life as a shit show, not feeling like you're on an epic odyssey towards becoming yourself. So maybe a little laugh about, it's all perspective. But what I am getting in current energy is something really amazing is unfolding. It's fated. You're not going to miss it. It's going to blow your frickin' mind how good this is. Definitely in that heart space. I started with the healing snake. You are a healer, and there's something about fulfillment and satisfaction on all levels that you can't even imagine. And that is also part of what's kept you stuck, is keep continuing to spend more time remembering the past pains, which are creating a lack of belief that can change. But because you weathered such painful experiences and made moves, you chose yourself. Someone might not have chosen you, others haven't chosen you, but you needed to choose yourself and trust your guidance and walk a new path that might be a path by yourself, or you feel like you're very alone. This is amazing. It's going to blow your mind so much. It's going to take a little bit to get used to, maybe the story of a little elevator pitch of your life has been, I've never belonged, and I didn't get along with my family, and they didn't like me, and I just always felt separated, or that people don't get me, or things have been really hard in my life. And I'm saying that if those describe something the way you're like, yeah, that's how I would describe my life. It's been really difficult. What I'm getting is that when this opportunity hits and fantastic things are happening that are blowing your mind, that things are this good, that it's because you need to change your story. Your story about yourself can no longer continue to be about this, about being stuck and bound by other people and betrayed. It's okay. Let's see your story after the Pentacles. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. Things always go my way. Things just happen to go. Wow, I feel lucky. I am lucky. What can I say? I'm lucky. Spirit's got my back. Yeah, something more along those lines. Maybe you can even comment, what you think your new story will be, your new story about yourself. So, all right, in the center of your reading is the world in reverse. Your higher self is talking about a cycle that's not completed yet. Feels close, feels really close, because your challenge is the Fool card, stepping out the beginning of a cycle. So, all right, something hasn't quite ended yet, and the challenge is a new beginning. Maybe this is about the healing. All right. This is such a different reading. If there's someone new out there adding their energy to this reading. Welcome new energies. If there is someone and this is their first reading. All right. I'm going to take a little pause. All right. I got the message. Gonna see if I can make it through without crying. It's a good cry. Okay. Feel like you can acknowledge that even though things have improved, there's this wheel of fortune, things are getting better in your life after such a disaster, what we would call a disaster. There's still a cycle that doesn't feel completed. The cycle hasn't been completed. There's this gap between the energies that you've been healing from and your new cycle. There's a bit of an energetic gap. You feel a bit depleted and exhausted from all the healing that you've done. So what's coming down the pike for you, and this is all for you, even the painful stuff has been for you, but what's coming down the pike energetically, and then some of you it's weeks. Oh, there's a couple that this is like happening now. It doesn't, so I'm seeing that it doesn't, for some of you, this has already started to happen. For some of you, it's happening. For some of you, it's down the line a little more. And for others, it's still a couple months away. But what I'm getting is that your soul tribe, your friends, people are going to be gathering around you to celebrate. That is a reflection of the non-physical energies that are around you, who are celebrating you and loving you. And people are going to come into your life, friends, that you feel that belongingness because they have had a similar journey as you, and so they understand you. That's not all. This feels like this helps open the door. This helps balance your energy. This helps open you up and raise your vibration. And so many of you are going to also, on the coattails of friends and soul, like a soul tribe type of feeling, a new relationship, loving, caring, what you've wanted, what you've dreamed about. If you are already in a connection, something happens so that broadens. This is all amazing. This is like an opening up. This is being seen by someone and being able to see them without judgment, but both of you carrying healthy boundaries and beautiful energies, working together, co-creating really well together, loving. And this heals your heart. Having friends around you, having a support system, knowing that you are cared for, and then having that intimate partner, someone who's intimate isn't necessarily just about physical intimacy, even though that's here. It's about being able to lay bare your soul to each other and feeling safe in that connection. And this is your very protected in these connections. You are much more mindful than you've ever been in the past. It feels like you are cautious to implement what you've learned. You're not going to go back into toxic connections where you lose yourself and you lose your energy and you're not sure whose energy this is. You're not going to overgive. You're going to not chase or be chased. This is about knowing your boundaries. It feels like this balance. What you're going to have is this balance of maintaining self within connections. Because you know that when you enmesh and you give too much to connections, that's coming from a place of a lack of confidence. That comes from not feeling like you're enough, so you have to overgive. So it feels like there's just all these lessons that you've learned from here. You're going to take to this place of independence and also in connection. And also it feels like the people, your friends and whoever this person you connect with on a more intimate level, like a relationship connection, that they run their energy similarly, that where they have their own hopes, their own dreams, and so they can maintain independence and belonging. And kind of, I don't even know, I feel like that's what the head scratcher, like it blows my mind. What does this new type of healthy way of being, where you are so very much an independent soul, having your own perspective, giving yourself permission to have your own way of seeing things. I feel like that's part of it, that you're not going to give up parts of who you are to be in these connections, and these connections do not demand, do not even ask that of you, that there's conscious agreements both ways, that everybody can be themselves within these connections, as well as a great caring that brings us together. So I'm seeing like a balancing act between the sun, since we started with your energy as the sun, that the sun's mass keeps all these planets in perfect orbit. You can depend on this orbit, but they're not enmeshed. Everybody has, the planets and the sun have their own space. They are unique to themselves, and yet they all are in a dance together that work, and we're all hurtling then through space together. So it feels like we're tuning into a more natural way of being that's going to really release a lot of depression. I feel like a lot of what's going to happen next when these energies show up, it helps you end a cycle and let go of a lot of sadness. I'm getting, there's work to be done in these connections, as beautiful as they are. They're going to stir up doubts and sadness and grief, and that's okay. That's part of it's not about being perfect in these connections. It's about having compassion for yourself and those you connect with, releasing judgment, trusting yourself, inviting new ways of being. Yeah, boy, wow, what a reading. Holy cow. All right, your challenge is the Fool, that new beginning. So it feels like this, after the people come in and romantic connections and you work through those, then it feels like then there's this new opportunity that blows your mind. I'm already kind of mind blown by what's coming down the pike. I think that's part of that. It's hard for me to believe it. And that is in itself why this is happening, because if you can't believe it, if it's not activated in your space, if you can't imagine a blessing that is, you get everything, all your wishes coming true, if you've got so many belief systems that say, yeah, that's not going to happen, then that's part of problem of your energy kind of resisting your own blessings. I'm not saying that you're doing anything wrong. I'm noticing, like, if you're having that same reaction, I am too, and I'm getting that's why meeting your soul tribe and coming together in a loving connection with others and learning that is the next step before moving forward. Hope that helps. Yeah, I think until this happens, you won't even notice the opportunity. You won't, yeah, it's like you won't even pay attention. You don't even see it because you're on such a different vibration. You're not a vibrational match for your blessings. So what I'm getting is you've been healing a lot. It's exhausting. You've gone through quite a bit. I mean, say the least. And so the universe wants to help you find your exit out of one cycle and to begin another. And so when this new cycle begins, you won't feel out in the cold. That feeling of Five of Pentacles that you might have experienced throughout your life, like that picture of, yeah, I don't feel like I belong. I feel left out. I feel separated, wounded, that I don't belong. I don't know how to, in any lasting way, stay out of Five of Pentacles. What I'm getting is Five of Pentacles in reverse. That it's like the universe gives you a key. No, the universe reminds you that you're the key. So a lot of what you're, a lot of what you're doing to get you to that new cycle that's mind-blowing is releasing judgment. To not allow others to derail you mentally. There's a lot of energies. It feels like they're pretty unconscious, but they want to keep the cycle going. It is difficult to pull away from the gravity of cycles that you've been in for a long time. This lack of belonging type of cycle and not being with your people who understand you and see you and appreciate you. That has a lot of victim and sadness, that a gravity to it. And so by keeping your mind clear, not allowing others to pull your energy down, then I see your energy able to escape the gravity of this cycle and allow the help from people and who want to show up. Also in your challenge is that old chestnut of a storyline. There's something about an ex how to let them go, how to let the hurt go. Feel like you'll you'll know when you're doing better, when you feel so good about your life and you're so happy in your new life. All your dreams are coming true. And so you even wish whoever put the swords in the back, you wish them happiness. That, like, that good. When you're feeling so good, you're like, I want everyone to be this happy, even, you know, those who have hurt me or worked against me, because that wouldn't have happened if they were feeling really good and if their life was good. It feels like it's hard for me to make these leaps from where my energy is now, personally. So if you are having difficulty believing that, yeah, I'm going to have hold no judgment against the people who have hurt me. No judgment means letting go. You're no longer going to carry the pain, the emotional pain, and carrying it like baggage. You can't escape that. That woundedness has mass to it in this metaphor, and that mass is affected by gravity, and until you let go of those wounding or wanting revenge or wishing them pain or suffering, so whatever woundedness and how you're feeling it, just allowing it to go, because there's something much, much better on the other side. I hope that makes sense. So, all right. Wow. What a reading. That's your daily checkity check. I hope this helps. Let me know in the comments if this resonates or anything you want to share in the comments. Absolutely love talking with you guys in the comments. I feel like I'm getting to know many of you in that space. And yeah, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if it resonated. And if you haven't already, subscribe so you can get more of these videos in your feed. So, all right, take care, friends. Bye.